Come closer. Sit with me for a little while. There's no rush here. I want to tell you something that people don't talk about much anymore. There was a time when we didn't have much money, but we had something far more precious. Time to breathe, time to love, and family around a table. And sometimes, when the evening sun goes down, slow and quiet, I wonder if you feel it too. That soft ache in the chest, that warm sadness that carries memories with it. Stay with me. Because what I'm about to share isn't only my story, it's part of yours too. I'm a country grandmother, 78 years old. My hands are wrinkled. My back gets tired. But my heart is full of memories. Today I want to talk about something many of us feel but rarely say out loud. Life used to be simpler and somehow more real. We didn't live chasing the clock. We lived inside the moments. I grew up in a small house, nothing fancy, but laughter filled every corner. The kitchen always smelled like fresh bread and warm coffee. Sometimes there wasn't much food, but there was always someone sitting beside you. I'm speaking slowly, gently, the way grandmothers talk when the house is quiet and the evening is calm. Because this isn't a speech, it's a conversation with you. And now, let me tell you what life really felt like back then. Let me tell you something. When I was young, morning started with sunlight through the window, not alarms screaming at us. We woke up with the birds, not with stress. I remember stepping outside barefoot, feeling the cool earth under my feet. My mother sweeping slowly. My father getting ready for the day. Nobody staring at screens. We looked at each other. Time wasn't an enemy. It walked beside us. Today I see people rushing everywhere, eating fast, talking without really listening, sleeping tired even when they haven't worked the land or lifted heavy tools. Back then, we worked hard, but we rested deeply, and I learned something simple. Time shared with people you love is richer than anything money can buy. We didn't need expensive vacations. We had front porches at sunset, warm cups in our hands, stories told again and again, and somehow always beautiful. Those quiet moments, they were the real treasure. But what came next shaped my heart even more. There's one thing I'll never forget. That old wooden table, scratched, burned by hot pots, heavy and strong. It held generations. We didn't always have big meals, sometimes just soup, bread, and vegetables. But nobody left hungry, because the table was full of voices, laughter, and togetherness. My mother served everyone else first. My father broke the bread evenly. We children learned patience and respect. Today I see full plates and empty tables, families sitting together but living in different worlds. Back then we talked about our day, about fears, about hopes. That table was our shelter, and I learned this. Eating together feeds the soul, not just the body. When someone was hurting, we knew right away. Because family wasn't just a word. It was something you lived every day. But there's something even deeper I want to share. Let me tell you quietly. When someone got sick, the whole house changed. Voices softened, steps slowed, soups were made, chairs were pulled beside the bed. There was no, I'm too busy. There was always time to care. I remember sitting all night beside my grandmother, holding her hand while the clock ticked softly in the dark. No television, just breathing, just presence. That's where I learned what real love is, staying when it's uncomfortable, being there when it's hard, not walking away. Today, so many elderly people sit alone, hospitals full, rooms quiet, hearts forgotten. And that breaks me. We used to honor our elders. We knew their wrinkles carried wisdom. And I learned this simple truth. When you care for others, your own heart heals too. But life wasn't only sorrow. There was strength and pride. And then I understood something else. We worked hard, sun on our backs, hands rough, bodies tired. But at the end of the day, we felt proud. We didn't work just for money. We worked to feed our families, to keep the home standing. My father came home exhausted, but peaceful, because he knew he had done his part. Today, many people work endlessly and still feel empty. Back then, work had purpose, and I learned this. It's not how much you earn. It's who you're working for. That tiredness felt different. It was a good tired, a meaningful tired. But now I want to tell you the hardest part. Let me say this softly. Today we have more things, but fewer hugs, more messages, but fewer visits, more noise, but less real conversation. Before, if someone was lonely, neighbors knocked on the door. They came in without invitations. They sat. They listened. Now many people go days without anyone looking them in the eyes. Sometimes I sit on my porch and remember when there were footsteps, laughter, voices coming and going. But I don't want to stay in sadness, because I see something beautiful too. People like you, searching for something real again, listening to these words because your heart remembers. And that gives me hope. Come a little closer before you go. Today I talked about a time when we didn't have much money, but we had real wealth, time, family, care, purpose. If you're watching this, you are not alone. Your memories matter. Your story matters. We can still slow down. We can still call someone we love. We can still sit and truly listen. We can be the generation that keeps what matters alive. If you feel like it, tell me in the comments. What do you miss most about the old days? What memory still warms your heart? I'll be here, reading quietly, like a grandmother listening with patience. Stay with us here. This is a peaceful place. Now go gently, breathe deep. And remember, as long as there is love, memory, and time shared, life is still beautiful.